ConejosCountyCitizen.com. Diane Dreckman. December 16th, 2022. San Luis, Costilla County Commissioners held their meeting December 6th. Community members packed the room. Several topics were discussed in the public comment section. Shirley Otero, working with land and water rights. Shirley Otero. Where have I heard that name before? Working with the land and water rights with the Costilla County Economic Development Center, CCEDC, let the community know about the San Luis Valley Foods Coalition Summit meeting coming to San Luis in February 2020. Do any of these assholes ever do anything for anybody else but themselves? As in other counties, surveys will be available to different sectors of the community to assess their concerns about their industry and solutions to create a more thriving community. Otero also mentioned people can get their wells and well water tested for free. People can fill out a form. She said if the well is contaminated, there is help to clean it. There will be a meeting at the end of February to discuss the results of the water samples and surveys. Call Otero 970-640-8014 for more information. Now, Jacqueline Mitchell has, that where she lived used to have, I guess, that Phil Greeny. Phil Greeny, I forget the owners of the name. He's the renter. They got a well there. So that means I'm sure they're lawful people, so they're going to get the water samples and the surveys done, the well and water wells. Yeah, they need to do that, right? They also need to get soil samples too, right? I mean, you can't even build a house if you don't get a proper soil sample. I mean, there's been that fucking Heckman, that motherfucker's like building structures out there. And then you got the, Shimkovich, they got a damn house out there. They couldn't even build a septic tank, and the planning and zoning was good law when they started building their house. So that means they're in breach of planning and zoning law. And I paid thousands of dollars to planning and zoning like a dumb motherfucker, when really, if you were just do it like Melissa Shimkovich, right? You save money, you put all that money into the house, and then you have a warm and safe house. And then you didn't have to deal with those fucking pricks. Even if you're lawful and you go to planning and zoning and say, hey, what do I need to do? They don't have an actual path. They don't have a precise, nice, clean, clear 10-step path. If you do these 10 steps and then you get to be a citizen, you get an address and then you get to be a citizen. They don't have a nice, clean, crisp 10-step path. In fact, it's almost like they fuck over the lawful people and let the damn criminals. If you go out to Seminole Trail, I bet you 95% of everybody out there is not in compliance with planning and zoning. So they were just going to fuck over the one guy that was paying them for the permits. And good thing I got out of there, but they would have kept charging me, right? I had no police protection. I wasn't allowed to drive to the damn supermarket or Walmart or Post. I couldn't go nowhere. Between Phil Greeny and Robert Pickerel, their fucking constant motherfucking drive-by bullshit, I was just holding my post, holding the fort down, making sure I keep what I've earned, make sure I fight for my homeland and my property. But that's no good being a prisoner in our own homes. Well, we play by prison rules. We live in America. We have a Bill of Rights. We have court systems. You motherfuckers want to do mob justice, and that's not even mob justice. You're all doing you're mob criminal motherfuckers. Y'all don't believe in any kind of fucking rules of law or anything. 3 branches of government. You don't believe in the republic. You're a bunch of Confederate fucking perverts. Now let's talk about the subject of open grazing. The issue was what is the law regarding open grazing, and can a homeowner be reimbursed for theft or damages? Costilla County Attorney Nicholas Sarmiento explained that Colorado law states a person must have a fence around the property and they cannot have more cows than the property can support. If those criteria are met, the homeowner can be reimbursed. They can't have more cows than the property can support. That's interesting. Noble Haven says that if you got a cow for yourself, they would steal it. I don't know who he was talking about when he said they would steal. Probably the right-wing Nazis out there, right? His felon friends. His perverted friends out there. He's saying that I couldn't get a cow because they would steal it. That's what Noble Havens told me. Thanks a lot, but no thanks, man. Why the fuck did I waste my time calling that rat bastard piece of shit? That motherfucker murdered my fucking puppy, right there in front of me, and I had to just stand there like a dumb motherfucker because I'm a polite, good, lawful person. I would have loved to have fucking... If people do that to me now, I have to give chase. I didn't realize that people were so fucking cruel. But you know what? You have been fucking felony motherfuckers my whole life, you pieces of shit. If those criteria are met, the homeowner can be reimbursed. Sarmiento, he's the lawyer for both Conejos and Costilla County. So he's the one that's in charge of essentially both of them. Why is there all this poverty? If you could point to one public figure, this Sarmiento kind of is behind the scenes. He's the lawyer for the commissioners, so he helps the commissioners cover their own asses. And he says that the county cannot regulate or change the state law. It's untouchable, because I feel like he's kind of speaking for the state and not the county right there. The law is fine, actually, to be honest with you. You have a fence around your property, and you got your one cow. If you have one cow. Which I don't understand that second part, but I guess they're saying if you have, 3 cows and your own cows have destroyed the property and then somebody else's cows come on and then you can't say, well, their cow destroyed my property, but it was your own cows destroyed the property because you got too many fucking cows on your lot. So that means if you got 5 acres, can you have 1 cow, 2 cows? What is too many cows? You can't have more cows than the property could support, so if you have 5 acres, how many cows would that be? So that means Noble Havens is 100% wrong. And what a piece of shit. Makes you wonder if, if they are stealing people's cows and goats and sheep out there, that you would have the police. You need a police force that would stop people from stealing, raping, robbing, murdering. That's what Noble Havens, you need a police force out there to stop people from stealing the cows. If you know that people are stealing cows from other people's lots, you are not a good police officer. You know that crimes are happening and you're not doing shit about it. Why did you even sign up? Just for the power so you can go around beating up poor black people? Is that the reason you became a cop, you piece of shit? Lying ass motherfucker. He ruined my fucking life. Because he came on the scene, he didn't respect me, my victim's rights, he's fucking arguing me like a fucking dick. Hey man, you got a gun and ultimate state authority, motherfucker. You could just come out here and fucking make up a bunch of lies. And they probably would just rubber stamp your fucking bullshit lies, motherfucker. You want to come out here and bitch about it's Delaware Avenue. Or Delaware Trail. You want to sit there and ask who's telling the truth? He thinks I live on Inca Trail. I think I live on Delaware Trail. That's the first lie right there. Now let's see how many times he's gonna lie. If those criteria, and when I was talking to him, he actually very much acted like he knew who fucking murdered my dog. Fucking assholes. If you call them directly, call the dispatch, call this, call that, and then it, takes 15 minutes just to call them and call it in. And then they show up an hour later, fucking, oh, well, where's the criminal at? He ain't here. Oh, okay. Arson, rape, murder. Those only take like a fucking moment, you piece of shit. You think they're going to stick around, motherfucker? And for what, 2 hours? Just sit there and commit crimes over and over? They could. And then that would be awesome. Then you'd show up and see them, right? And then you would put them in handcuffs, right? If you saw them committing crimes? No. You're just a piece of shit. You just want to arrest the victim because you're a piece of shit and you don't want to do real police work. The system will rubber stamp every single one of your dumb, bad decisions. So you're okay with fucking over the victim who called you, you stupid fuck? If those criteria are met, the homeowner can be reimbursed. Sarmiento also explained the county cannot regulate or change the state law. That's his opinion, so, I don't know if that's totally true. A lively discussion with ranchers and community members ensued. Ranchers, if it's 5 acres, those aren't ranchers. They're kind of like little ranchitos. But to make them sound like they're ranchers, like they got fucking 27,000 acres and a big old fucking herd of buffalo. Fuck you. You got a bunch of thieving ass criminal motherfucking Nazi motherfuckers out there. And they think they commit whatever goddamn crimes that they can. They run over people's fucking, fuck them ranchers in Costilla County. They think they could go murder people's fucking puppies. And they do a whole bunch, damages people's fucking properties and shit. Yeah, you piece of shit. It's an airplane. It was like a 4-engine passenger jet. Kind of low. Kind of flying a little low. And then a lively discussion ensued. Yeah, I bet the ranchers are fucking fascist Nazi assholes, and they're going to force the fucking local government to do as they fucking say. And then the Democrats, if they thought they was progressive or moral or decent, well, by allowing the fascists to push you around, you're the leaders. So, fucking lead. The meeting continued with the announcement of the purchase of 314 Gilpin and Fort Garland. It's about time we actually get a fucking article about these government meetings. This is what I wanted to do when I first got here. Either be professor of political science or be a journalist or a nice, humble, organic farmer. That's what I would have liked to have done when I came to Costilla County and Conejos County in the San Luis Valley. But I wasn't allowed to. Why? I don't know. I still don't know yet. It's before Christmas 2022. Justin and Courtney, I bet you they fucking know. That creepy motherfucker drove by my house. Nobody knows who that guy is, that white male with the fucking truck. Because he was kind of driving around with the other motherfucking pieces of shit out there. I bet you the piece of shit that goes around committing fucking crimes is the criminal. I bet you. And I bet you the guy that's against crime is probably the guy that's against crime, you know. Costilla County will receive new fire mitigation equipment through a grant agreement with the Colorado State Forest Service. Been a bunch of arsons out there by the Little Batter Bridge, too. These firefighters are either A, lighting the fires and then putting them out acting like they're the damn heroes, or they know the fucking criminal Nazi motherfuckers. The right-wing Nazis get away with their right-wing Nazi bullshit because the Nazi government, they're fascist authoritarian. I don't know if they're full-blown Nazi, but fascist authoritarians, birds of a feather flock together. Nazi government can't see the right-wing Nazis out there because they're the same. So better surveillance, security for the prevention of theft. That's good. That's good. Stop the damn crimes. A private landowner wants to sell his 400 acres bordering Rico Seco Park in Costilla County. 400 acres there. That's a goddamn rancher. The county commissioners hope to get a grant through Colorado Open Lands. The additional land would be used to create 8 more miles of trails. In Rico Seco Park, how much does he want to sell the 400 acres for? That's interesting. Where is this Rico Seco Park at? The public portion of the Costilla County Commissioners meeting ended with the decision to opt into the Family and Medical Leave Insurance Program, presented the 2023 holiday calendar, and discussed the liquor license. Family and Medical Leave Insurance. Who the fuck administers these fucking programs? There's so much government fucking money that's out there. Motherfuckers. Pieces of shit get paid to be firefighters and cops, and they don't do a fucking thing. So much money is being spent all over the fucking place. And yet, you don't know how to get a progressive and intelligent progressive to write a grant. You can't. I could be a grant writer too. But I'd have to have security, and apparently I'm the only person around here that's opposed to crime. I'm the only person around here who is opposed to crime. And you say, I am too, really? Oh, okay, well, the next time motherfucker's out here, I'll give you a call. You go question him, and then I'll have another witness to back up exactly what I'm saying. And when you say no to that, you don't give a fuck about crime, you piece of shit. It's kind of crazy. You had that creepy-ass motherfucker driving around my house, and I know Justin and Courtney knows exactly who it is. Right after one of those Nazi fucks murdered my fucking puppy, I didn't know if I had gave Tecumseh too much freedom or too much restriction. And so I just let my other puppy, Tim Tim, wander wherever the hell he wanted to wander. Here, you get fucking freedom, man. You get to do whatever the hell you want to do. And he would go to the river here and there, and somebody picked him up. And then for a week, nobody said shit. My dog is just gone. I didn't know that dogs liked to be chained up or told what to do. And frankly, if somebody gave me respect and said, I respect your bills of rights, you're allowed to be an American, You can be free to be as you want. Timmy should be free. Oh, those cows were allowed to wander out there. How come a dog couldn't wander out there? And the dogs aren't allowed to chase the cows. So that's a law too. All this stuff, it's actually really smart when you look into Colorado law. A lot of it's been adjudicated already. But if we don't believe in the rule of law and we're not teaching our children the Constitution and the Bill of Rights or the three branches of government or about the rule of law, we really don't give a shit about America, do we? That's what Abraham Lincoln says. So just interesting. I had a creepy motherfucker. I'll just tell you two little quick stories. One creepy fuck drove right up to my fucking house. Some creepy fucking white male in a fucking truck. A little Xanis and a sodomite. Somebody that knew Xanis and Samantha McDonald. I was only in Costilla County for 2 years. And I experienced a lot of fucking crimes. Some people were nice to me every once in a while. But it was awful. It was awful. Basically, somebody murdered my fucking puppy, and I called Noble Havens, and he went ahead and sucked the criminal's dick. And then once he sucked the criminal's dick, he told his criminal buddies, they kept on fucking with me. So because Noble Havens doesn't know right from wrong, he picked the side of the fucking Nazi, and the Nazi kept doing Nazi crimes. And like Mark Twain says, it's easier to fool the people than to convince them that they'll be fooled. So that piece of shit will be against me to the day that I die. Why? Because he got fooled. He got tricked by the lies of whoever the fuck he talked to. Because he talked to the guy that murdered my dog, and he probably knew who fucking murdered my dog before he even went out there. And his whole job was to cover up the fucking crime instead of actually respecting the victim. I'm the one that called the law, motherfucker. People want to say, like, oh, he's a cop killer, like it's, you know, the worst thing in the world. And anybody who kills anybody is a terrible person. But if you're going to make fun of a cop caller, you're a cop caller. Isn't that what we're supposed to do as citizens? You see a crime, you don't want us to go engage and do the thing. You're the professionals. You always tell us to stay inside and not to do anything and to wait for you to show up, and so that way you could stand up and be the hero. And you do that, and the cop shoves his thumb up his asshole, and he goes, oh, that's my buddy, so I'm going to let him commit crimes. So you're going to be a piece of shit, motherfucker, letting the motherfucker commit a bunch of crimes against me, motherfucker? What do we need that for? We don't need that at all. You got the authority of the state. You got a badge and a hat. Because Noble Havens, he didn't pick righteousness or justice or truth. He picked his buddy because he's a corrupt piece of shit. Thin Blue Line, he didn't pick the fucking cop side. He picked the fucking criminal side. Ain't no fucking thin blue line there. What the hell are you even talking about with that shit? And you think a cop commit any crime? A cop could commit any crime? That's what a thin blue line motherfucker says. No matter what crime a cop commits, no matter who he rapes, no matter who he pedophiles, no matter who he murders, no matter who what he poaches, no matter what he burns down, no matter what crime that cop commits, he's got a badge and a hat, so surely he must have had a good reason. He must have had a good reason. Thin blue line pieces of shit. You're saying you're a fascist authoritarian motherfucker. Well, he had a badge and a hat, so I'm just going to endorse all the crime. Fuck you. Fuck you. And what am I supposed to do as a citizen out here? If you'd hire me, give me your badge. I'll go after the bad guys. I'll go after the criminals. So they should try to pass some kind of law with these grazing assholes, especially if they're going to fucking meetings trying to intimidate them. You know, maybe we can't pass the law about the grazing here and there, but we'll pass this law, this separate law over here. In fact, why just do a fine? Why not arrest the people? You allow your cows to go up onto other people's property, you get arrested. And you go to jail. And you spend a night in jail. Make that a law. Are the county commissioners in Costilla County smart enough to pass a law like that? Are they smart enough to be get the job done? He said he was educated, didn't he? Is he smart enough to